Welcome to Lavel Claytor's Projects with a Purpose. We are on word 3, where we will format text using the format group. Let's get started. Before we get started, there is a link in the description where you can download this file and you are able to work along with me. We're going to be working in the font group. That is in your home tab, your font group, and then remember how we talked about what groups are. You're going to see a faint line on the left and a faint line on the right, and all of the commands in between belong to that particular group. So this is our font group. So on this particular document, I'm just going to make it just a little bit bigger. And so what we're going to do, we're going to select the word change font. Now there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can go to the end, click and hold, and drag to your left. Or you can start at the beginning and click and hold and drag to your right. Or you can triple click, click, and it will select the whole thing. Now, once it is selected, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to our home tab, our font group, and in the first row, the first command is font. We're going to click our down arrow. And if you notice when I let my mouse rest on the different fonts, I want you to look over here. Notice that each one, it changes based on whichever one I let my mouse rest on. But also notice that you have a scroll bar, and this bar is really small, which means we have a long way to go before we get to the end. So I'm just going to scroll so that you can see. And then I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up. I did see one that I liked. Okay. All right. So I am going to click on Benji and line. And then that's the way that font is going to look. But what I also want you to notice is that what I did, I took a copy of the images and I put them to the left of the items that we're going to change, just to make it a little bit easier so that you'll know what we're looking for when we go to make changes. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to select font size 26. I'm just going to triple click 3 times. And then I'm going to go to my home tab, my font group, in my first row. My second command is font size, and I'm going to go down to 26. Now, also what I want to show you is that, say you want to make it size 50, but you don't see 50 in the list. What you can do is see how the 11 is selected or highlighted. Just type 50 and press your enter key, and it will make it that size. So let me just go back. And I'm going to choose 26. Okay, perfect. Now, we're going to go to the next one where we're going to increase the font size to 20. Now I'm going to triple click, tap, tap, tap. I'm going to go to my home tab, my font group. In the first row, third command is increase font size. Now I'm going to tap it. So as I tap it, it takes it up by increments. I'm going to keep tapping it until it gets to 20, and I'm looking here, and so keep tapping until it says 20, and now that this font size is now 20. Now the next one we're going to do is, this should say decrease, so let me just fix that. Decrease font size, and yours should be correct on yours when you get it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select a decrease font size. And if you notice, it says it is size 20. We're going to make it size 11. So what we're going to do, we're in our home tab and our font group. In our first row, fourth command is decrease font size. And when we tap it, see how it makes it a little smaller? And keep tapping, and we're looking right here for the font size. And now that's size 11. Now the next one that we're going to do is uppercase. So we're going to triple click, tap, tap, tap. And then we're going to go to our home tab, our font group, and the first row, 5th command. This is our change case. We're going to click the down arrow and you're going to see that you have different options. But in this one, we want to choose uppercase. So when we click uppercase, notice how it makes all of the letters all capped. Now this particular one, we have formatting on it. I'm going to triple click, tap, tap, tap. And in my home tab, font group, in my first row, all the way over to my right, it says clear all formatting. And if you notice, the B is has a gray background to it, and that means the bold formatting has been applied. Also, this is the font, and this is the size that it is. So when we click on this button right here, where it says clear all formatting, it's going to remove that. So watch, I'm going to click it once. And now it took it back to the default, which is Calibri body and size 11. Now we're going to go down to the next one, which is bold. I'm going to double click. Only reason why I'm double clicking is because it's only one word. When you triple click, it's going to get the whole paragraph. But when you double click, it just gets a single word. And we'll do a little activity a little bit later on this one. So I'm just going to take my mouse into the middle of bold. I'm going to go tap, tap, and it's going to select the whole thing. Now we want to add the bold formatting to this. So we're going to go to our home tab, our font group. In the second row, we're going to let our mouse rest on B for bold, and we're going to go ahead and click on it once, and it makes the word bold. Now also, if you notice, if you let your mouse rest, you get a screen tip letting you know the name of the font, the shortcut key that goes with it. And when I say shortcut key, that means those are the keys that you press on your keyboard, and it also gives you a description. Now I'm going to double click on ITALIC, and I'm in my home tab, my font group. In the second row, second command is ITALIC. And like I said, when I let my mouse rest, it gives me the screen tip telling me the name of the command, the shortcut key, and the description. I'm going to click on that once. And what it does, it kind of leans it a little bit to the right. All right, let me scroll down just a little bit. We want to do an underline, but we want 2 lines. So I'm going to triple click because I want all 3 words to be selected. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to my home tab, my font group. In the second row, third command is underline, but also notice there's a little down arrow, which means it not only can you put a single underline, but when you click on the down arrow, you can put a double underline, a thick underline, a dotted underline. So it just depends on which one you want to put there. So on this one, we're going to put a double underline. All right, that looks good. Now, the next one that we're going to do is going to be strike through. So we're going to double click, tap, tap. And we're in our home tab, our font group. In the second row, 4th command is strike through. So what it's going to do is put a line through, and it just puts a line through your word. Now, so we're going to select only the word this. We're going to go to our home tab, our font group. In the second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th command over is SUBSCRIPT. So we're going to click on it once, and it kind of drops it halfway down on the line. Now, the next one we're going to do is SUPERSCRIPT, and we're just going to select this, and that's take your mouse in the middle, tap, tap. We're going to go to our home tab, our font group. In the second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 commands over is your SUPERSCRIPT. We're going to click on it once and see how it makes it a little bit above the line. Okay, now we're going to do text effects and typography. I usually call it typography. but it's typography. So we're going to tap our mouse 3 times, tap, tap, tap. We're going to go to our Home tab, our font group. In the second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th one over, says Text Effects and Typography. I'm going to click my down arrow, and it gives you all these different ways or different effects that you can put on your text that you selected. And you can choose whichever one you wish. Okay. Oh, so we only have a couple more and then we'll be done. All right, now we're going to highlight green. So we're going to select everything. We're going to tap our mouse 3 times, tap, tap, tap. And this is kind of like when you have like if you had a paper or a book and you had one of those little yellow highlighters, you can highlight it like manually on your book or on your paper. This allows you to highlight it on the computer. So I'm going to go to my Home tab, my font group. In the second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th one over is text highlight color. And when we click our down arrow, we have some options. So if we want it yellow or green or turquoise, we can do that. Now what I want to do, I'm going to add the color to it. Now, if I do not like this and I want to change it, I have to select it again. Oops, sorry. Tap, tap, tap. And then go back to text, highlight colors, click the down arrow, and I have to choose no color. Okay, let me go back and put the color back on there. And we're choosing green. Come on. When you let your mouse rest, it'll tell you what color it is. So this is green. All right, now this one, we're going to change the font color. So we're going to change the font color to orange accent to darker 50. So I'm going to do my triple click, tap, tap, tap. Go to my Home tab and go to my font group. In the second row, last command is font color. I'm going to click my down arrow. Now this is made up into 4 pieces. So we have our theme colors that will give you a different accent color. These will be different accent colors. This one down here which says standard colors, is just going to be the regular red, regular orange, yellow. Now if you look here and you don't find a color that you like, you can go down to more colors, and you're going to go ahead and we can click on more colors. And this gives you an opportunity to choose different colors that may not be available in when you click the down arrow on font color. We're just going to cancel out of here. I just wanted to show you. I'm going to click my down arrow for font color. Orange accent 2. So here's orange accent, and we just have to keep moving down until we see orange accent 2 darker 50. And if you let your mouse hover, it'll tell you what it is. Let me go back, move up. And sometimes if it doesn't show up, just move up 1 or move to your right or left, and then give it a moment, and then 1 more down, and then there it is. Okay, great. All right, so this just gave us an opportunity to kind of play in the font dialog box, and this is probably where you'll use this a lot while you're working with your documents. When you go to the bottom of the document, I have links here. So if you want to find out a little bit more about me. So this is for my LinkedIn channel, my Facebook, my website, and then this is for YouTube. So if you want to find out more trainings, free trainings, you can go to the link here, and then also at the bottom here, this is my email address if you have any questions. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions about any of the courses or trainings that I provide, please feel free to reach out, and enjoy the rest of your day.